Oh my God, what the hell is this? He's gonna try it. And will this be enough? My God, take it.
What's up, everyone? Justin, it is upon us.
Yes, it is.
My favorite wrestling event every year that I look forward to is upon us.
Rumble time.
It's Rumble time. It's a lot of surprises. I can't do a Triple H. I can't do like that guy. No. I want to do a Triple H impression. I just can't do it other than the game. Anyway.
Don't bother.
Hey, Josh, here with my tag team partner, Justin Toner. I'm just excited about the Rumble, but how are we doing?
Mm-hmm. Hanging in there. It's really freaking cold over here in New York. I don't know about how things are. I know you got to deal with power outages and other awful crap.
Yeah, thankfully, it's nice to have friends who can help out because Monday night would have been scary if I stayed in my apartment. But thankfully, my buddy did have power, was able to, let me stay at his place for that night. So I was able to kind of get on with life, but we were finally above freezing today for the first time in a while. So some of that ice is melted, but we're supposed to get back to now Saturday, which we're hoping to live stream our reaction to the Rumble as we do every year. It'll be back to being in the single digits again. So we'll see how that works.
I'm still in the single digits right now.
Yeah.
It's supposed to maybe get into the 20s next week for me.
But you're kind of used to it. Nashville is still it's a new child that we're still figuring out how to raise in that. But everyone out there, stay warm. And I know who is staying warm is the wrestlers over in Saudi. And one wrestler might be the end of his career in WWE.
Yeah.
I'm still not ready. With the way they're doing Gunther, you got to do it that way. But it's the way the news came out today that made everyone kind of do the, what do you mean by that? And that's that the phenomenal AJ Styles, who has basically did his retirement run in about 3 weeks, is facing Gunther, and then and then if AJ loses, he retires.
Yeah.
But he came out today and trademarked P1 and the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Oh boy.
So this might not be the last time AJ Styles wrestles, maybe in the WWE, but I think AJ basically he wants to. Do you think he ends up in AEW and makes one, messes around with Swerve and Kenny and the Young Bucks and Hangman?
I don't see it. I see maybe TNA one more time. AEW, not so much.
Right. So, but it'll be it's interesting to see that because I was not expecting it. Of course, right now AJ, we can get we're going to talk about it, but I mean his match with Nakamura, it's like he's still got something left. And not like Nakamura, like you watch the way that match was, is like this was a WrestleMania match we were expecting years ago, and we just didn't get it. It was because Vince was trying to do too much crap, and just let the boys do their thing.
Right. Yeah, it's like to borrow a line from Mark Henry's legendary fake retirement on Cena after he laid about, I got a lot left in the tank.
Yeah.
And
they should have let Henry win that match, dude. They should have let Henry should have won that. But
AJ obviously has some left to tank, but I think is that he wants to bow out before he don't got hardly anything left of the tank.
Yeah, that's what he said numerous times. And then obviously Nakamura came out and said that my last match will be at the Rumble, but him trademarking AJ phenomenal AJ Styles and P1 just means I don't think we've seen the last of them. Obviously, there is the someone did a side by side of like AJ Styles' retirement of Ric Flair's last match in WWE and then showing up on TNA. So who knows? I don't know, Gif. I don't know what it is.
I don't want to even go there.
I don't know what it is. Like because the thing is with Cena, the ring rust was there, and you can tell like
it took a while for that to go away.
Right. Whereas AJ is still like what him and Nakamura did. That's a 5-star classic.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, last year him and Cody put on a 5-star classic, so it's like he can still go out there and do the damn thing.
Yeah.
Someone once shout out to, I forget who said it, but I was watching a couple other videos. Might have been Simon Miller or something. No, I think it was Wrestle Talk, and they were saying that AJ Styles was the first of like the new way to wrestle. It wasn't just headlocks and big grips and all that stuff. When like the big meaty men, just doing a slugfest and a slobber knocker, it was very quick. And, those type of things. He was kind of the first one to really propel that type of style. No pun intended. So then we ended up getting like a Daniel Bryan and all those, or Bryan Danielson. But AJ was kind of the first one to really break through and being able to work with all that. So obviously he's on my Mount Rushmore. I don't think he's like the greatest wrestler I've ever seen as far as like overall, but just my personal Mount Rushmore, AJ is on it. And I hope I get to see a little bit more of AJ Styles. It's just weird that he's like, yep, 2026 is my last year in January. Like I thought we would get a lot more from AJ, but it doesn't really look like that. But Justin, what do you think of all this?
It's definitely an indication that he might do some other stuff outside WWE. Before he retires.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just like a lot of people. I'm just not ready to say goodbye to AJ Styles on Saturday afternoon.
No,
I mean it's like we already said goodbye to Cena. Now it's like we're gonna say goodbye to AJ, and like the years barely just even started.
And then we're gonna say goodbye to Brock, and we're like, cool, see you, man. but AJ obviously like he was what made me watch TNA. Like anyway, I can go on about AJ Styles. Everyone knows how I feel about AJ Styles. Like I said, he made me fall. He was the one that brought me back to wrestling when I was checked out. He brought me back to wrestling. And then you thought he was great in TNA, and then he goes to New Japan and gets better.
Yeah.
And then he comes to New Japan was the hottest thing of all the wrestling companies because AEW didn't exist then, and WWE was just not good. New Japan was the hottest thing at that time, and that was when AJ came over with the Bullet Club, and they were just really cool with what they did, how they did everything. And then him and Okada were just putting on bangers after banger, and what him and Nakamura did just because of that strong style and stuff. And I think that really propelled AJ into even a different stratosphere as far as him being able to just work with anybody, especially that strong style over there in Japan. But then when he got to WWE, people were thinking, oh, he's probably just going to, Vince is not going to work with him. And he was a 2-time WWE champion. He was the face around the place. He got 2 of the best matches in John Cena's career. Like you can't deny, he's undeniable. Of just how he is. And, that would be awesome if Obo retires Brock, but I think it's going to be Gunther because they've already trademarked it's not the Legend Killer. I forget what they're calling him. Because obviously Randy Orton's a Legend Killer, but I forget what they trademarked. Do you remember what they trademarked? Gift? Do you remember what they trademarked Gunther as?
I think the trademark. There's a trademark the Career Killer.
The Career Killer. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And then, thank God they redeemed themselves. As far as Nakamura and AJ Styles for that. Now, speaking about New Japan, former Io Sky's fiance, Evil, is apparently WWE bound, which I don't know how familiar you are with Evil. He's fine. So
I saw a little bit of him in AEW. It's not like it's locked in, but it's the dirt sheets are saying that WWE is definitely interested in bringing him over now that he's becoming a free agent.
Yeah.
From New Japan. So, I mean, hey, if he wants to come over, it's like good for him. I mean, it's like got people jumping ship left, right. It's like, it's like these days that's the fun part of this kind of era of wrestling, especially when you got so many different companies. You got people going from one company to the other, trying to get a fresh start. I mean, that's obviously why Powerhouse Hobbs left AEW, and he's going to be debuting in WWE.
Don't be Royce Keys. Don't be Royce Keys. Don't be Royce Keys. For the love of God, don't be Royce Keys.
I think he's going to be Royce Keys.
I know. I think he's going to be Royce Keys. Whatever.
It's like we might even see him on Saturday. Who knows? Yeah. And someone else that you and I both love decided to jump right over to AEW after his WWE contract expired. We're going to talk about that later.
Triple H, right?
Yeah, of course. But
yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen a lot of his work. I mean, some people say, seem to like him. So I'm like, whatever.
I mean, he pretty much has won every belt in New Japan. Now, granted, New Japan has seen better days, but he was New Japan's pro wrestling champion. So there you go on that. But it'll be interesting to see because he's 39 years old, so he's not like a spring chicken. So. But you know how the WWE feels about their old fellas these days. So we keep putting them in the main event there. But anything else on news or anything going on with TNA before we get into the rest of the show and do our Royal Rumble preview?
No. Not other big news about other than like the Rumble and who may or may not be showing up, I will say I caught some of TNA's second episode on AMC last week. Definitely better than the dog shit first episode, for sure. Kind of a cool, interesting surprise and angle to end the show where the system not only well, I mean, the guy from Minnesota JDC was retiring, and they introduced Bear Bronson as his replacement in the faction, but then the faction turned on him, and they also turned on Moose going to heel again, kicked both of them out of the group. And then Cedric Alexander was revealed to be the new fourth member as well, replacing Moose. So it's like they completely reshuffled the faction, and also keeping Moose babyface, which is the right move. He's pretty popular right now anyway. So that was a surprise, especially Cedric turning heel and joining the group. So that was definitely okay, that's interesting. Mm-hmm. So Lynn Black, formerly known as Cora Jade, has officially signed her contract. And Ash My Elegance, apparently, whatever medical issues she had that forced her to drop the Knockouts title last year, after she had won it, has been resolved, and she's medically cleared to compete again, and she's re-signed. So good for her. So yeah, it's good. Definitely an improvement. So hopefully TNA can avoid this stuff. And also Trey Miguel, returned. Like we mentioned. Now he took part in the Feast or Fired the briefcases, but I think it's safe to say for NFC Soros, he doesn't get fired.
No, that would be such a no. I'm not taking. I honestly, the way TNA books some crap.
I mean, TNA is still a thing, so it's like
yeah, they TNA going TNA.
Yeah,
on that. But speaking about Trey Miguel, it still sucks because the vignettes that the Rascals are doing on AEW.
I was going to ask you about that. What do you think of them so far?
That's exactly the Rascals. That's exactly who they are. Like the little joking pothead guys. And then you get in the ring and they're freaking phenomenal. So I was hoping they would let that side out, because they always kind of was like a hint, nudge. This is what we do. This is our personalities. This is why we all kind of click together. And I just missing. It's just there's something missing because Trey Miguel's not with them, and we don't have, because he was part of the core 3, and then they brought in the other one, which I'm still not familiar with him, with Xavier and Zach. But
also it is like injury bug is like trying to really just wreak havoc these days. I mean, Rey Mysterio had a bit of injury scare at Raw. Apparently he's okay and he's going to be able to participate in the Rumble. We had an injury on Dynamite, which we'll talk about, that affected the tag title match.
He just got there.
He just got there. And I just saw that, just checking the news. If you remember Stardom's Bozilla, who appeared on AEW last year in that 4-way match for Mercedes and TBS title. It was like her, Persephone, and like Alex Windsor, I think was the other one. It was like a fatal 4-way. Mm-hmm. She unfortunately suffered an ACL tear at a recent Stardom show, so she's going to be out for a while. That sucks for her. She's definitely a rising star over there. She definitely was a standout.
Yeah, a lot of people were after her. Even WWE was looking into her.
So yeah, she tore her ACL. Sucks. That sucks for. So speedy recovery toward Brozilla. Zoe Stark seems to be making pretty good progress with her recovery from her ACL injury from last year. So hopefully we'll be seeing her back in the next couple months in WWE. So it's just, man, it's just like injuries have been really killer lately. So hopefully we won't see anything else major.
No. But we got a lot of shows to recap and a big show to preview. So let's get into it. Starting off with SmackDown. Sami Zayn opened the show with a promo in the ring to a huge reaction from his hometown crowd in Montreal. Trick Williams and later Damian Priest came out to interrupt. They exchanged words over who is going to win the number 1 contender match tomorrow at Saturday Night's Main Event. They got into a brawl, and Trick retreated after knocking the babyfaces into each other. Carmelo Hayes defeated Ilya Dragunov to retain the United States Championship due to The Miz attacking Ilya without Melo or the ref seeing it. So The Miz and Melo can never escape each other. A sit-down interview recorded earlier between Cole and Cody Rhodes was crashed by Jacob Fatu. He and Cody had words to hype their match at Saturday Night's Main Event. Jade Cargill defeated Chelsea Green. The MFT defeated the Wyatt Six to win the WWE Tag Team Championships. Backstage, AJ Styles met with Nick Aldis talking about putting his career on the line against Gunther at the Royal Rumble. Shinsuke Nakamura walked in and challenged AJ to a match at Saturday Night's Main Event. Styles asked Aldis if they had room on the card. Aldis said yeah, and he shook hands with Nakamura to make it official. Nathan Frazier defeated Johnny Gargano. Julia and Kiana James defeated Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair and Nia Jackson, Last Legend. And a triple threat tag team match to become the number 1 contenders for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. In the main event, Damian Priest defeated Trick Williams in a no contest when Sami attacked Trick in the ring, and after he threw Priest into him outside the ring, they brawled with Trick standing tall, but Randy Orton showed up and gave Trick an RKO. He and Sami had words, and he gave Sami an RKO to close out the show. So, Justin, do you want to start with the rise of Trick, the slow, crazy rise of Trick Williams, and the fact that he literally belongs in the main event picture this quickly? Do you want to start with the fact that Julia is going for her, could be 2 belts, Julia? Sorry, I almost said 2 belts, Becky. You want to start with that? Do you want to start with the fact that we had a random Gargano, not really random, but we had a really good, solid Gargano Nathan Frazier singles match that I was never expecting in a million years on a SmackDown. Like, where do you want to start with? We got a plethora of stuff, and I thought the show was pretty decent, solid.
Yeah, it was definitely better than the one last week. It was a decent show. Let's start with Trick, because like it's amazing how Trick has like just slid right into the main event scene on SmackDown at like a fucking glove. Yeah. And we'll talk about where that at the number 1 contenders match for the Saturday's main event from Saturday. But he's as over as he was at NXT on the main roster, and like that's really impressive. I mean, that's like even in Montreal, Sami's backyard, they were very loud with the whoop that Trick when he came out. So it's like I'm really excited because it's like this is good for him, and also really is going to help SmackDown going forward with him as a high level main event player on the show. So
yeah, no Trick. We saw it in Trick, but we didn't know how they were going to use him because a lot of times, like, oh, dude, they were great in NXT, and then you have what happens to Julia, which but they are trying with Julia everything they possibly can.
They're trying to fix the booking issues from the second half of the year.
Yeah, so it's not like, again, we've always said it's with the lack of trying. We even saw it on Unreal. It's just like, yeah, but he's already gone. Julia's already gone through, or Chelsea Green's already gone through these. Like, who else are we going to have to do it? Like, it's just, they understand the problem.
And like, even like Stephanie Vaquer has had her ups and downs. Like, she's the world champion, but hasn't had any like good feuds. Although I think this Raquel one is definitely going to help before we find out who she's going to have to face at WrestleMania. Could be whoever's winning the Rumble, or it could be whoever's going to win the Chamber. We don't know yet. We'll get a more clear picture after Saturday, who the Rumble winners are and who they're most likely they're going to pick as their title opponent at WrestleMania. But the stuff with Raquel has been good. Actually, the Prodigy Roxanne has had the best stuff to work with since being called up for main roster last year when we talked about call-ups. The Judgment Day stuff has done wonders for her, and she's right in the thick of like major stuff constantly. So, I mean, heck, it's like I was like skeptical about like her and Liv becoming besties, but it's working. I mean, even AJ Lee is a fan. This is like she put out a thing on Instagram saying that she is a stand for Liv Roxy. So
I need 2020. I need from 2026 to about the end of 2027. It's just an AJ Lee Roxanne feud. I don't give a crap if you don't like it. I will. So just give me what I want. Anyway, we're not talking about that. We're talking about SmackDown. And my favorite part of this show was that Jacob Fatu, Cody Rhodes standoff. That thing was awesome.
That was spicy.
I mean, Cody being like, I'll say it.
Yeah,
the choice that you made got you in jail.
Cody taking the cheap shots, especially with referencing his legit time in jail. I was like, ooh, he went there. That was good stuff.
And Jacob was right. I mean, that back and forth. I'm like, Jacob's a star.
Mm-hmm.
He's got that. Yeah. He's got that moxie.
Oh yeah, he does. So yeah, that was good stuff. Interesting choice having Julia and Kiana be next in line for the tag titles. I don't expect them to win, but it allows us to see Io versus Julia for the first time, even if it's in a tag match and not a singles match. I'm all for it. So, Besides, you don't need to have Charlotte Alexa go after titles again, and I don't want Nia and Lash Legend getting the shot either. So, I was kind of surprised, but I'm perfectly okay with them getting the title shot. I mean, so.
This is them trying to not just go with the same situation that they ran into with the women's U.S. title. They're trying to get over more wrestlers to be a threat. And let's see what they happen. Now, someone did point out, because I didn't keep up with Kiana James in NXT, but some people don't really care for her gimmick. They think it's too corny, too 1980s, like just too over the top, like chewing scenery type of character. And they were like, and again, you can let me know, like, what was Kiana James in NXT? Why people have problems with her right now? I
don't know. I mean, her character is pretty much the same as it was when she was in NXT. She's like the evil corporate business character. It's like,
okay,
think of like a female version of JBL.
Okay, all right.
It's like who's acts like She's smart, but she's smart business, has money connections, and that sort of thing. Now I've been up and down about her and Julia being paired together, but I mean, from what I've seen on social media, Julia really enjoys working with Kiana. So I'm not gonna, she's if she's happy with it and they enjoys working with her, I'm not gonna poo-poo on it. It's like just hopefully the booking will continue to improve. I don't mind doing this while they try to figure out who will be her next opponent. I definitely think they need to kind of cool off things a bit as far as the tag title picture, and have some of those people focus on the singles titles, because it's although I like that Jordan is getting pushed strong to start with, her getting thrown right at Jade Cargill right off the bat, I don't think is a good idea, because she's got to lose, because I don't see Jade losing that title until Rating of it. But if Bianca doesn't come back, then if you're going to have someone beat Jade, if Bianca is not going to be back anytime soon, depending if she's going to come back to the Rumble or not on Saturday, which is possible, but we don't know for sure.
Hold on, let me check. I think I know. It's almost working again.
There's also one other person that we needs to come back that will probably come back around. Yeah, it's
it's almost time, guys. It's almost time
again. So there's that too. So it's just it feels like they're not sure what to do with Chelsea right now. It's kind of
it's the fact that you have the title on someone that's not good in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not. And with Dave Meltzer coming out, and of course Dave's going to be Dave, and I get it, because his vision of a wrestler, he's watched wrestling so much, is that he categorizes it, and Dave has his opinion, and he's the godfather of the dirt sheets and all that. It's no one can ever discredit Dave for his contribution to the other parts of, and he's the one that really got into the business as far as the outside person. But him sitting there saying that Trick's not good in the ring, I don't know what his definition of good is.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm just
he's correct on his charisma. His charisma's out the wazoo.
Yeah, but saying he's not good in the ring, it's get out of here, Dave.
Okay, so there's a difference between not good in the ring and having a great entrance and charisma. His name is Jey Uso, right? Trick Williams is not Jey Uso.
Jay's serviceable in the ring. He's not.
He's serviceable. Yes, but
he can be good.
He can. His some of his matches go back in the Thunderdome when he was still the right hand man to the right-hand man to the Tribal Chief.
Just look at the I Quit Hell in the Cell match he had with Roman, with it, which was at the beginning of the Bloodline storyline. That match was fantastic.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but Jey Uso gets blown up before halfway through his matches now. But he
is too much eating.
But anyway, you get what I'm saying. Rick is better in the ring right now than Jey Uso.
Yeah.
And to sit there and say that he's not good, I want to know what his definition is.
Just go away, Uncle Dave. Just go away.
I don't want him to go away because he gives us these sound bites to talk about.
Whatever. Tag titles changing hands. Normally, I'd be okay, but it's the MFTs and the Wyatt Six. I just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I just don't.
It's this whole feud has ruined the tag division, which was in a good spot before. Them putting the titles on the Wyatt Six killed the momentum they built with the tag division, where you had awesomeness with the Street Profits and DIY and Motor City Machine Guns all cooking, and then they call it Fraxium, and it's oh hell, okay, hell yeah, and it's been about these two for months, and it's pissing me off.
Did Wade Barrett call Axiom Americano?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't remember.
I just don't remember. I think he was saying that Axiom is actually Americano because no one knows who he actually is because he just shows up looking different every time or something like that. But no, dude, Carmelo. We've been screaming.
Yeah, Carmelo's killing it. Melo's money, and putting the U.S. title has done wonders for him. He's over. He's having great matches with people. I was annoyed that The Miz stuck his nose in this thing, so hopefully he'll beat the fuck out of The Miz and make The Miz go away. But
no. Overall, is Priest losing a step?
Well, I heard that it's like he got banged up a lot, which is
Okay.
why he wasn't wrestling a lot last year for a while.
He seems a step slower to me.
Yeah, I think I think some people have said that. I think definitely some of the injuries have caught up to him.
Yeah, I mean, and that's perfectly fine because we know Priest can. I mean, we always go back to his Judgment Day runs. His run with the title was solid. Obviously, the stuff that he did with Bad Bunny made him a made man. On that, he protected Bad Bunny while also putting on a great match.
Yeah,
and that's you did that with Bad Bunny. And now obviously there's it was a crap ton of run-ins and stuff, but it still didn't defeat the fact that it was still on Priest to make that thing work, and he did. So I hope he gets back to being Priest that he is and heals up. But other than that, nope, definitely a better show than it was last week. Anything else on it?
No. Yeah, go ahead and let's move over to Saturday's main event. I was gonna check. I heard my phone go off. I'm just gonna run and check that real quick while you're doing the recap over. So go ahead.
Okay, Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Topfu. Guess what? Never happened. Jacob did cut a nice little promo as he was walking out, and then they just straight up just started attacking each other before the bell even rang. And during the chaos, referee Charles Robinson got knocked down. Two brawled all over the arena to the concession stands and then back to the ringside. Security failed to try and stop them. When both were fighting on top of some crates in the crowd, WWE champion Drew McIntyre appeared and attacked them both. He shoved Jacob off through a table, low-blowed Cody, then powerbombed him through another table. Io Sky and Rhea Ripley defeated the Judgment Day to retain the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. AJ Styles defeated Shinsuke Nakamura. Main event, Sami Zayn defeated Randy Orton, Trick Williams, and Damian Priest in a fatal four-way match to become the number one contender for the WWE Championship by pinning Priest after a Luva kick. He will face Drew McIntyre for the title at the Royal Rumble. Drew came out to try and sneak attack Sami, but he saw him coming and knocked him out of the ring. Sami stood tall, celebrating to close out the show. All right, so do you remember the really bad Street Fighter movie? And this has nothing to do with the fact that Cody Rhodes is in the new one. But do you remember watching it?
Of course I do. It's
okay.
It's a guilty pleasure.
All right, so do you remember when E Honda and Zangief were going back and forth and they would keep cutting to it and you just hear that's Jacob Fatu and Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Like that, literally that's what I was like, oh my God, it's Zangief E Honda from the really bad Street Fighter. Go back and watch it and then go back to this and put the sound effects to what they were doing to them two just brawling. Because that's what it reminded me of. And it was awesome. It was exactly how you just no. Let's not even start. Let's just get right into the shenanigans. Let's just and this was the best way to do it without hurting anyone. Why? I don't know why Drew had to still get involved. I don't understand that part. That's the only thing I didn't really understand it. But I loved every second of how they did this because we didn't really know how they were going to do it to protect both of them, and they did it. And the only thing is just like, I really wanted Drew not to be involved with it because then it basically shoehorns that, hey, this is going to be a triple threat match. When Drew really didn't have to do anything. All Drew, with his character, all he had to do was worry about what's going on with who's going to be the guy that's actually going to challenge him for his title and not what happened with Cody and Jacob. Did I miss something somewhere while Drew had to get back involved?
This really surprised me because I was wondering, like, well, what are they going to do? Because neither guy can really afford to lose. So I figured there was going to be some kind of no contest. Well, they decided not to even have a match. The match never even happened, and they just decided to have them do like a brawl. It felt like they were doing like a Falls Count Anywhere match that was like not even official. I mean, I wasn't sure about it. I was like, but the more it went on, especially when they got to the concession stand, I was like, okay, I'm digging this. Especially the fact that they're just like telling the security, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. We're not done yet. And then the icing on the cake was Drew showing up to take them both out. I love that because it shows that he's paying attention. He knows who his rivals are. And he's making sure that they to take them both out, so not to a threat to him and the title. I absolutely love that. That's my guy. He's my WWE champion. So I loved all that. Honestly, this whole Saturday's main event was one of the best ones they've done since they were.
I think it's the best one that they've done.
I would not argue against it. I mean, even though it was technically only 3 matches, all 3 matches were fantastic. The Cody Jacob brawl, Drew getting involved was fantastic. Ladies absolutely did a great job with that tag match. It's like the only negative on that was the slight botch with Rhea being late to break up the pin, so Io had to kick out, and the ref had to slightly hesitate going for the 3 to allow Io to kick out because Rhea was late. Other than that, ladies were awesome in that match. I also loved that the spot where Raquel came up from behind, grabbed Rhea to pull her down, and literally pulled her on top of the referee to knock the referee down to prevent the count. Well, I thought it was a great spot. And then it was nice seeing that Stephanie is back to 100%. She came out without the walking boot, ran out, and then took care of Raquel, got her out of there so she wouldn't cause any more shenanigans. And surprising finish with Liv taking the pin. So I was like, but that was great stuff from the ladies.
I know what they're doing.
Yeah.
We'll get into it when we go over some previews here shortly.
Okay.
Later on. But I know what they're doing with this.
I think I know what you were alluding to. And as you were talking about earlier, and everyone's been saying, this AJ Shinsuke match was the match that they should have had at WrestleMania years ago.
It was so good.
This was absolutely fantastic stuff.
This is the Shinsuke stuff where we're just like, you had this the whole time.
And the fans still appreciate it. I mean, like, they still love his entrance. I mean, like, they're singing along with, it's like, so that was great. Love the fist bump at the end. Call back to New Japan. And then the main event was great too. Trick was definitely stood out in this match. I loved all the stuff he was doing. He's playing mind games, doing nice little heel tactics. Especially in the beginning, he's like, "Yeah, no, you baby faces, you go and fight. I'm not getting involved yet." Him trying to steal pins left and right. It's like it was just great.
It was, and shout out to the producer of the match. It was booked very well.
It was. It flowed really good. There was no lulls.
No,
lots of great action, lots of great spots.
Randy doing the table spot, and then him doing it multiple times to Trick, and Trick just basically dying and just slipping down every time.
That's fantastic stuff. The fans loved it. And I was wondering who was going to take the pin because I knew Sammy was going to win. But it's interesting that they chose to have Priest eat the pin in this match.
We kind of called it last show though.
But because it wasn't going to be Trick. I mean, he just got called up. We're not going to have him get pinned right now. And same with Randy. Randy's too big still. So it made sense that Priest would take the L. But I do love that Drew tried to attack him, but Sammy's like, "Aha, I see you coming."
Yeah.
So,
hey, Kay Ballard, thanks for joining. I'm a fan of the Psycho Killer gimmick. All right.
Yeah. We're gonna get to that in a little bit, Mr. Ciampa. Top to bottom, this was a surprisingly fantastic show for Saturday Night's Main Event. So it's like I really enjoyed it. Yeah,
and plus it was like the pit stop because we kept forgetting that the Saturday Night's Main Event was right the weekend before the Rumble.
Also, I didn't get the chance to ask you. Did you just love like the double team moves and the teamwork that Liv and Roxanne are doing as a tag team?
Roxanne was great in this match.
Yeah,
because it highlights how much she's progressed at such a young age is the fact that she can still work all these styles and work it so smooth and be all of 4 foot nothing and still be like well regarded as a threat. Guys, I'm super biased. Caden and that he's not here tonight. He might join in a little later on the chats. He's a big Roxanne fan. There's a reason for that. It's not just because she's a pretty face or something, which she is. It's because she's really, really good and really good this young.
Yeah.
The last time I remember, the only person I remember being this good this young is on NXT and a champion for Evolve. As far as someone just being this good at such a young age. And Candle Gray is basically what I was talking about. As far as just being this young and being this good in the ring. Now, obviously, Roxanne, Mike's skills are a lot better than Kendall Gray's, but they're different situations. Kendall
Gray is like she's it's like she's barely been there for like a year and a half, 2 years, and she's already that fucking good. And it's like I'm gonna talk about again. We'll get to NXT because, I love the leg sweep cold breaker combo that they're doing. I like that. I like that. That's a cool double team move.
Yeah.
And just the chemistry between the two of them. It's like when I saw AJ Lee saying it's like I'm all for living Roxanne.
Yeah.
I was like they're doing something right if AJ approves.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, when mom approved, mom approved, not mommy. Mommy was the one that they lost to.
Yeah, wrestling mommy approves of the pairing. So
yes, yeah, I mean the fact that like Roxanne had this great chemistry with Raquel, and then she immediately goes to Liv and has great chemistry with
that
Liv.
just shows how great Roxanne is.
Look how great Roxanne is, and also how honestly too, like how much progression Raquel has made, and obviously how professional Liv is.
Yeah.
So I mean, it speaks to highly of all three.
So that's why I'm going to enjoy as long as this trio. Like, might as well just make the Judgment Day just the ladies at this point. You know,
it kind of is, except what happened on Raw, and they were like, "Oh, okay, we're back to that. All right, cool."
I'll say more about that when we get to that in a second.
Yeah, but yeah, no, this Saturday's main event was awesome.
It was.
Long story short, they sometimes you just don't need a build. You need history with the Shinsuke AJ stuff. All you need is just history. That's it. Just like, oh, okay, we're getting AJ and Shinsuke. Done. Like with John Cena and AJ. Hey, you want to run it back one time and we just tweet it out? Sure. That's all the build you need sometimes because you have the history to hype up the match. You don't have to keep, dragging it out on it. But anything else? I did want to ask you, and I asked you at the beginning of it. I don't understand, like the way Drew's character is. You made a good point because I really didn't understand why Drew got back involved with Cody and Jacob because he's already did what he needed to do. He got the title. Now he should be focusing on who's going to be his opponent for the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, Cody and Jacob are both threats to him. So as long as they're fighting, he's going to take advantage of that and make sure that they're out of the picture for the time being.
Okay, I guess I can see that, but just a lot of times with Drew, he doesn't really go back. It just felt. That felt
like you said. He was sending a message that it's like no one's going to be now that he's got the title. He's not going to let anyone take it from him anytime soon.
Gotcha.
It's like he's eliminating threats before they become a problem.
Gotcha. They'll probably be able to, but it's going to be hard to top the Saturday Night's main event as far as Saturday Night's main events going forward. Very hard.
Yeah.
All right. Raw. AJ Styles opened the show with a promo about facing Gunther at the Rumble with the career on the line. CM Punk came out asking if he was sure about this. If Styles loses, then they might never have a match in a WWE ring. AJ said he can beat Gunther. And after more talking, Punk agreed to give AJ a world title match tonight in the main event. Stephanie Vaquer, Rhea Ripley, and Io Sky defeated the Judgment Day in a 6-woman tag team match. This one, Roxanne did take the pin, but like I said, she's already taken 3,000 pins within the past 12 months, so she's fine. Adam Pearce met with Paul Heyman in the Vision in the ring. He admitted he made a mistake in putting his hands on Braun Breaker first and reinstated him. He then said all 4 members of the Vision were in the Royal Rumble as well. Austin Theory defeated Rey Mysterio. Alpha Academy, of all the people, defeated the New Day, Los Americanos, and American Made in a fatal 4-way tag team match to become the number 1 contenders for the World Tag Team Championships. CM Punk defeated AJ Styles by DQ to retain the World Heavyweight Championship due to Finn Balor coming out to attack Punk. Balor hit Punk with 2 drop kicks into the barricade. Back in the ring, Balor went up top and hit Punk with the coup de grace 3 times. Finn stood tall over Punk to end the show. So let's just start with Finn.
Yeah.
Because they went through the babyface thing. We're targeting the babyface thing. And then he's playing video games in the back. Liv approaches him because he didn't have in the notes. I'm just going to go over like why I did. Okay, whatever. She's like, what are you doing back here? Like and then he went to Pierce and said, hey, she's like, hey, do something about this. And he went to Pierce and said, hey, I'd like to get in the Rumble. And Pierce was like, there's not a spot left. And you're like, really? You haven't announced all of them, but sure, we'll go with that. And then he just decided to take matters in his own hands and comes out and starts attacking. I don't know why they reverted to it, but the fact that they're highlighting Finn in the main event picture is what makes me happy. I just wish the story had a little bit more continuity to it.
I think there is continuity. I think it's this is still part of the babyface turn for Finn and him getting kicked out of the Judgment Day by Dominic and the ladies. When Dominic gets back, because it's like you saw the face reaction. It's like the fans are definitely behind that, but it's like Liv is like still like, was like, why are you being all nice and buddy with CM Punk when he beat you? It's like, it's like, what are you doing? And so he's kind of like, oh yeah, maybe you're right. It's like, especially when for bizarre reason, Adam Pearce was like, no, all the spots in the Rumble are filled. I'm sorry.
That was weird.
It was very weird. Because we only got like about half the field announced on both Rumbles. So it's like, so that was an odd choice. But if it leads to more Punk and Finn Balor, I'm all for it. I mean, I'm perfectly good with them having like another match at Elimination Chamber. Because that's in Chicago, so Punk's gonna be on the card. So yeah.
I did like the back and forth between AJ and CM Punk, and they're just like, "Are you think we should do it? We're gonna. You think we should do it? I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I think you know what you're talking about. Let's do it." The crowd needed to pick up what they were putting down, by the way, because the crowd was not figuring it out. We were
right.
But that being said, the Vision thing could have been solved in an email. That took way too long.
And I thought there would be more like consequences for Breaker, but it was a little odd that Pierce is just like, okay, you're back, and you guys are on the Rumble, and Theory, you get to wrestle Rey Mysterio tonight. It's like, well, that was an odd choice.
I'm worried about Theory. I'm worried about Theory because he's just another guy at this point, standing next to Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, and Logan Paul. He's just there. Like, he doesn't stand out. He's still just there.
I mean, he just got there, so it's like,
I'm aware, but
it's more time. But your concern is valid.
It's just, I mean, he's got the look. He's solid in ring. He has decent promos, but it's just wherever they put him, it just doesn't click. It's not Josh Briggs level of it just doesn't click for me because I know it's there. It's just he went with A-Town Down Under. They had a fun run, but it had a shelf life. And the last time Austin Theory was like really good was when he was with The Way in NXT. Like that was cool the way they did that. But that's all I'll say about that. This six woman tag match was fun as hell.
Great stuff.
Great stuff.
6 of the best ladies on wrestlers they got on the roster, just going out and killing it. Great stuff. Love all the interactions. Just all great stuff. Really enjoyed that. Glad that Stephanie wasn't out for very long, and she's looking forward to the street fight between Stephanie and Raquel for the title on the post Rumble Raw. Good idea to have a title match like that on the after show, because they don't want to try to crowd because both Rumble matches take up so much time. That's why you only have 2 more other matches on the card. So
3 matches total,
which I'm okay with because the Rumbles take a long time.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean,
this is one of the few times where I'm okay that it's 2 regular matches and 2 Rumble matches. It's like
because typical both Rumble matches last 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah. I mean, you could have a third match and make it 5, but you're gonna have to let them get done in less than just under 4 hours.
You're gonna if with the Rumble you can do a Triple H not many matches stuff. Just
you got a lot of so many people on the card anyway.
But we'll get to NXT where sometimes you just put too many matches on the card and don't give anybody enough time.
Alpha Academy getting the shot against the Usos for the tag titles was an interesting choice.
Guys, American made. Why are you keeping them off TV? They're so fun in the ring.
I'm glad you brought this up because this is one thing that's really driving me nuts is how the Creed brothers were so fucking good in NXT, and it's they have been just completely an afterthought on the main roster so far in the last year and a half since they got called up. It's like it's really annoying me. It's like those two are so fucking good, and it's like I don't know.
Are they just that inept on the mic? Like, is that why they keep them off?
I think also it definitely hurt that them and Ivan Al kept off TV while Chad Gable was out. It's like they couldn't think of anything to give to them.
No.
While Chad was out injured, and so it's like they got stuck in catering for a long time. It sucks. So I mean, it'll probably be a fun match. I mean, the fans definitely love Otis and Tozawa. It's like you can tell. So of course, not going to beat the Usos, but I just really hope that when Chad gets back, that the Creeds really get a renewed push that they deserve.
Yeah, there was some. Did you see some of the photos that they posted of Chad? Like Chad got jacked.
Chad is fucking ripped, man. He's ready to go. So hopefully he's going to be back soon, if not in the Rumble.
Yeah, but no, I thought this Raw was better than it was. Like same thing with.
It was a good. I thought it was a good show.
It did what it needed to do.
Yeah.
Other than the only thing that really was a low light was that Vision segment.
Yeah.
Just because it took way too long.
Also, Javon declared for the Rumble was.
Thank you for bringing it up. I almost forgot.
It's
why?
Like,
what are you doing?
Javon. It's like he signed his contract during one of the ad breaks, and then he announces the Rumble this week during one of the fucking ad breaks. Like, what the fuck, guys?
Is he getting ad money? If he's getting ad money, then I'll be okay with it.
I would hope so.
All right, we got to go to a Javon Evans commercial break. Like, just
it's just like it doesn't make any sense.
I almost forgot about it. Thank you for bringing that up. That was one of the complaints I had. It's just like why you keep putting Javon Evans in ad breaks.
So weird.
Anyway, as long as they're not doing matches in ad breaks, I mean they are technically, because we have commercial breaks.
Yeah, because
but
I think I know where you're going with like the Rumble preview. It definitely feels like it's like Judgment Day is going to be going through a rough patch area, and it's like they failed to win the tag titles. They lost again this week. Raquel's definitely not beating Stephanie next week, so they're going to be dealing with some L's, and I think that's going to be as part of the storyline, and how they handle, not getting their hands on gold.
Yeah. All right, ready to move on to Dynamite?
Yeah, let's go over this AEW.
All right, Kenny Omega defeated Rocky Romero in a hilarious squash match.
Yes.
John Moxley defeated Ace Austin in AEW Continental Championship Eliminator match. It was pretty solid there. Mark Briscoe defeated El Clon to retain the AEW TNT Championship. Mark Briscoe did a promo afterwards saying he's doing a TNT Open Challenge for Collision on Saturday, but he said nobody from the Doghouse family is allowed. He's tired of them. Suddenly, the lights went out. A graphic was shown of a beating heart on the screen. That led to the AEW debut of Tommaso Ciampa, as the World Psycho Killer appeared on the screen. Ciampa got a huge ovation. He got into the ring and told Mark he will see him Saturday. He is coming for that, and Briscoe held his title up. Ciampa kissed Briscoe on the cheek and left. Chris Statlander defeated Thekla in a solid match to retain the AEW Women's World Championship. Thekla is legit.
Yes.
FTR defeated the Don Callis family to retain the AEW World Tag Team Championships thanks to Moxley and the Death Riders interfering because, hey, guess what? You blink and they're baby faces, they're heels. They're baby faces, they're heels. We don't know yet. We don't know what they are, but they are existing at this point. Interfering and costing the family the match. The main event, Andrade El Idolo defeated Swerve Strickland. He will face Kenny Omega next week with the winner facing MJF for the AEW title. The AEW champion MJF was interviewed by Renee Paquette, who asked about his match with Brody King next week. MJF said King isn't going to beat him. Kenny Omega interrupted, saying one more week, one more win, and then he'll see MJF for that at Revolution. Omega wanted a handshake, but MJF walked away instead. Andrade approached MJF and said he wanted that AEW World title. MJF left the building, and Hangman Adam Page was out there before MJF could get into his car. Page just stared at him. MJF went into the car, and the car drove away. The camera focused on Page to close out the show. Like I always said, they are going to be in dire straits if MJF goes to WWE.
Yeah.
Because nothing against Kenny and Hangman and Swerve, but MJF and how he does things, and him as a wrestler and just a mouthpiece, and how he does everything is just above who else they have. And it's nothing against the other talent. But when you have someone that's just that good at everything, that elevates a show, his line about Brody King, I can't believe you're a liberal because you look like a Nazi, broke Brody King. So I thought that was hilarious. But I thought, like Thekla, they're making her into a star. Mm-hmm. So I thought that's solid there. It sucks about Jake Doyle.
Oh God, that sucked.
You even heard him say, "I tore it."
Yeah, he tore. Yeah, it's confirmed that he tore his bicep.
Yeah, but as Ballard, Psycho Killer, not very. It didn't take long. His entrance. Well, I think they need to make that a little bit shorter for a debut. They can keep it as long as they want, but that song is awesome.
I'm honestly surprised he went to AEW. I thought maybe he'd go to TNA.
That's what you were saying, but I'm like, you just don't know. Ciampa has the presence to where they shouldn't lose him on the card.
I just hope he doesn't get lost in the shuffle after the shiny new toy aspect for him for TK wears off.
At least they're having him go for like a TNT title and not just giving him to MJF or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So at least they're starting him off with that, and him and Mark Briscoe are going to be great. So,
they have history together.
Yeah.
Well, they used to face off way back in the day on ROH, and they were ready for that because like they had like here's highlights of Tommaso Ciampa during his ROH days on YouTube right after he debuted. So
yeah.
Let me talk about the negatives I have of this show before we get to the positives. I'm really sick and fucking tired of eliminator matches. They are lazy, boring, fucking creative, and I can't stand them. I can't stand them. It's a waste of time. It's like, it's so stupid that, well, if they beat the champ in a non-title match, they'll get a title shot. And you know that's not going to happen. And so it's like, yeah, the match is fine, but it's just lazy, stupid booking. I hate eliminator matches. I hate
eliminator matches. I hate any time you pin your champion. Well, like I said, 99.9% of the time, I don't like it when you pin your champion. There have been times where I was like, understand it. Like I said,
like a tag match or something, or like like in War Games, like when
War Games with CM Punk. Like I'm okay with that because the match makes sense for what it was. But if you do like, oh, I want a shot at the title. Well, then beat me so you get a shot at the title. No, just give them the damn shot at the title. So I just don't understand that, but it's still a good match, like you said. Yeah. Hey guys, just want to stop by and say, hey, can't stay. Got to work at 6 a.m.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's I know about early work time, so yeah.
Yeah.
But thanks for stopping by, Kate. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Fuck eliminator matches. Thank you.
Yeah. Eliminator matches, pinning your champions.
You have a good evening. To sleep well. So there's that. And what was the other thing that really annoyed me about this show? I'm trying to think.
Is it that Kyle Fletcher apologized to Okada for some reason? Was it that one?
No, this is the Death Riders. It's like
the back and forth of the baby faces or the heels.
Yeah, that's really annoying me.
Yeah. Just pick a side, guys.
Oh, the other thing that I thought, one of the, we talk about, there's the wrestling trope of the stupid baby face. Why are you making Willow and Harley stupid baby faces? Hey, Sisters of Sin, if you don't interfere with the match, we'll give you a title shot. Why would you reward the heels like that?
I don't know.
That makes no sense to me why they would do that.
It makes no sense, but at least it's something different. I have never seen that
was
before.
Really stupid.
Hey, bro, listen, bro. I got it, bro. Bro, listen, bro. I got it. I figured it out, bro.
Don't invoke Vince Russo, bro.
Bro, I got it, bro. Look, we'll just bro. This is how we get the title shot, bro.
Bro.
And then Jelly Roll's going to show up, right? Anyway. No, honestly, though, like, I understand your frustrations with those two things.
Yeah.
But we've complained a lot more about AEW, like, top to bottom. That Swerve, Andre, Matt. I mean,
like I said, I wanted to get
that out of the way. Because I thought this show really, truly was pretty daggone solid.
This was actually, I thought, was a better show than they've had lately. had some really nice matches on it. By the way, thank God Ciampa's not a member of the Don Callis family.
Oh, dude, I made that joke last week too.
But like, I feel bad.
Hey, time will tell, man. Don't put it in the
Rocky
ether.
Romero is like your classic jobber. I didn't realize this until Jason Sullivan and Saul Monster pointed out. The last time Rocky Romero won a match was on October of 2024. So that tells you all you need to know about why Kenny squashed him in less than 5 minutes. He's a jobber.
It's perfectly fine.
He's in the Don Callis family to be a jobber.
Yeah.
There's several members of that family that are in the jobber status.
Congratulations. He's the Virgil of the Don Callis family.
Right. So I was like, you know what? I'm glad that Kenny beat him in like less than 5 minutes because he should. Because no one takes Rocky Romero as a serious threat. I'm sorry. Nothing personal against the guy. He's a very competent wrestler. Seems like he's a very nice guy. But sorry, you're a jobber. I don't consider you a serious threat. So I like that Kenny squashed him like that. I thought that was appropriate. You write about MJF. I really love where the world title scene is at, where you got MJF as champion and you got all these people want the title. It's like Kenny, Swerve, Hangman, Andrade, Brody King. He's got all of these guys gunning for him. And you can tell that it's driving him nuts that he's got. It's like, sorry, MJF, when you're the champion, you got a target on your back. So it's like you're gonna have to deal with all these guys coming after you. It's like,
and he's the
I like it's getting under his skin.
He's the perfect guy.
Yeah.
To do this. Like it's
yes.
That's the thing is like you don't
this is why I'm so happy that they put the belt back on him because now the main event scene is I am invested with like all these people gunning for the title. Who's going to get the first crack? Yeah. And also props to them for surprising me with having Andrade beat Swerve clean. Mm-hmm. And so now it's going to be Andrade versus Kenny to see who gets the first crack at MJF.
Yeah. So props to them, but it doesn't, and you can't, you're not, Swerve still Swerve.
And it pays off what happened with his botched return because of the non-compete that he had to work out for WWE to waive. Because when he returned, he attacked Kenny.
Yeah. And then Andrade being the ladies' man gimmick where he's getting like girls' phone numbers at ringside and taking selfies. Like, at least that's something different than Andrade just coming out there and just being another guy that's really good in the ring. But the thing is, okay, IWC. Have you not watched Andrade's career in like the past 3 to 4 years when people are like, why couldn't WWE use him? He was in AEW. They didn't use him right. He goes to WWE. They didn't use him right. Then he goes here, has one good match with Swerve. And people are like, you see WWE? I'm like, did you just wake up one day and realize what wrestling was? Like, this has been Andrade hasn't had this good of a match since he did the 7 matches with Carmelo.
This is the best I've seen him wrestle since the best of 7 with Melo.
Yeah. And his time in NXT with
oh God, I recently rewatched that match he had with Gargano for the title.
Yeah.
Back in like what was it, 2018? Oh my God, that match is amazing.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's probably the best match he's done since the best of 7 with Melo.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, but when people are saying like, oh, how you could have booked him like this, I'm like, he's been in AEW, WWE multiple times, and he's done these matches every once in a while, but then you don't know what else to do. That's the problem. Is like it's hard to figure out how to book him because he's main event level, but then he's also can be lost in the shuffle, and he's not like an MJF or a Kenny or a Swerve that really separates him from other people. Like I think Bandito separates himself more than Andrade does. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If it really was just Latino wrestler to Latino wrestler, I think Bandito separates himself from Andrade. I don't know if it's the mask or it's his style or just his whole swagger about
it. I think it's his style that Bandito has. Also, he's got like, even though he's behind a mask, he's definitely got a charisma that's got to help him get over with the fans. I think that's I love I laughed at MJF's line. It's like, for a liberal guy, you look like a Nazi.
Right.
And
And it broke Brody.
even Brody broke at that line.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's like I'd rather he just have a title shot than it be an eliminator match. It's like, although who knows, maybe Buddy Matthews will get involved if it gets to being Grand Slam. It's like maybe they'll find a creative way where MGF loses the match. Like maybe like he gets like DQ'd by accident or something, and there's like and that gives Brody the actual title shot. So who knows? Because him beating AJ clean, it's not going to happen. So, but I like that Brody's still coming after him. I'm liking. I mean, the Don Callis family stuff is annoying. I do like though what's going on with Fletcher, Takeshita, and Okada.
With the in the screwdriver and like all that stuff.
Yeah. And it's clearly setting up both Takeshita and Fletcher to turn face and leave the family. Because Takeshita's trying to get him to wake up and like smell the coffee, and he's kind of especially when it comes to Okada. Because it's pretty clear that Okada's become the numero uno guy for Don Callis. And it's like ahead of both Fletcher and Takeshita. And I think Takeshita's trying to get him to realize that, things are not all hunky dory right now. Yeah. So and I also like the camaraderie between Fletcher and Takeshita. I like that. So I'm invested to see where that's going to go.
Yeah. And I don't, you don't really realize it just because he's so good at it, but this whole like 700 guys in the Don Callis family works because Don Callis is so good at promoting his dudes.
Yes, and he's so good at being a heel. I mean, like, just listen to like the heat he was getting. It's like he could barely speak. It's like it's like the other one. It's like I got to commend this. I want to take a moment just quickly to. I want to commend both Don Callis and Paul Heyman for keeping the art of the heel manager alive in this era, because it's like after the Attitude Era, the concept of managers really kind of like almost died out pretty much. Where like when I grew up back in the day watching wrestling, especially in the heydays and 80s, 90s, it's like you had managers everywhere. You had Bobby Brain Heenan, Dr. Styles Slick, Captain Lou Albano, Jimmy Mouth of South, Jimmy Hart, Harvey Whippleman, Paul Bearer. It's like Jim Cornette.
Who was Yokozuna's?
Mr. Fuji.
Mr. Fuji, yeah.
And Jim Cornette. Mr. Fuji. It's like the heel manager was like such an essential part of wrestling. And and some of those guys are some of my favorite people, especially Bobby Heenan, who's like probably my favorite heel manager ever. And the only one that could come close would be Heyman.
Yeah. No, it's Heyman and it's Bobby the Brain Heenan and Paul Heyman. We've had that discussion because I got into wrestling a little bit after Bobby was back he was like a commentator on WCW.
Yeah, you grew up, you were used to him being like at the commentary desk for WCW. It's like you didn't see like but like I grew up with him both working as a manager and working at the commentary desk with Gorilla Monsoon, and it's like he was just pure awesomeness. So I really appreciate that this time and age, also Stokely as well, where you got people who are still putting in the work for the heel manager to bring the heat and help get people over. And that's what Heyman is doing in WWE for the Vision. He did it he's been doing great work these last several years. I mean, between the Bloodline and now the Vision, and Don Callis with the family faction. It's like, although as much as I enjoy Stokely with FTR, as a fellow FTR fan, Josh, this tag title run is really, really lackluster right now. It feels like it's very obvious to me. It's very obvious to everybody. This is a token tag title run. They're placeholders until Adam Copeland comes back from filming Percy Jackson, so that he and Chris can take the tag titles from him.
Percy Jackson's not bad season 2, by the way. I just want to point
I've heard
out.
Percy Jackson is a nice show.
It's not bad. It's definitely a YA show.
Soul are fans of it. I know Soul's a fan.
Anything mythology, I'm going to give it a try.
I should give the show a try.
Yeah,
because right now he's been filming the 3rd season, so it saddens me, dude. It's so obvious that they are just like they're just like token champions. You know, it's like they're transitional champions until Adam comes back, and then Edge and Christian are going to take the tag titles.
Yeah, and then people, and I know there's somebody on the IWC being like, "Can FTR just go back to WWE for what? Have you seen what their tag team divisions are?"
Right. Yeah. It's like you see what the state of their tag division over there. It's not all flowers and roses over there right now. For tag
they're going to let them be them, but it's not like they're going to. The booking sucks for men's tag teams. The women's tag team, that's all they're focused on. So it takes away from their champions, their singles champions. Like, but anyway, I digress. But yes, no, like back you were saying about the heel managers. Who was the Jack? Who was We the People? Who was that manager?
We the People.
Yeah, the guy with the big like mustache. Remember, he was. Remember who I'm talking about? No, he was a heel manager. Remember, We the Manager with Jake Hager. You know, okay. Anyway.
I wasn't. That was during where I wasn't watching wrestling.
Okay. He's been around for a while. Who was the guy that had like the hook on his cheek or whatever, or something like that? Or there was another heel. I'm throwing out heel managers at this point from like back in the 80s and stuff that I remember. But anyway, let's move on to NXT. How about that?
But you agree with me about, because like this FTR run is like it's like a nothing burger.
No, it stinks, but I mean they got the titles. They put on decent matches.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Jake Doyle tore his bicep, but
it's just like it felt like to me while I was watching this and just thinking about like who they feuded with since they won the tag titles. Like teams that are not really over, like, you know, the Bang Bang Gang, who are just, God, that group has just been like cursed.
They need Jay White, dude. They just need Jay White. That's the problem.
It's like Juice was hurt again. Jay White's still on the shelf. One of the Gunn brothers is still on the shelf. It got so bad that the one Gunn who is still medically cleared to compete teamed up with his dad on fucking Collision.
Right.
It's like,
yeah, and then Meltzer went off on that saying, well, why are we doing this with Billy Gunn and Kyle Fletcher? Because Kyle Fletcher is such a better wrestler than Billy Gunn. No shit, dude. What
no shit, Sherlock.
I was like, all right, whatever.
It just hit me when I was watching the match. I'm just like, like me realize that, you know, FTR is basically, they're just like transitional champions. It's
hello.
Like, hey, Brennan. So, but Statlander Thekla was really good.
This is probably the best match Statlander's had in a minute.
I wouldn't mind if Thekla eventually wins a title. It's like
it's not time yet. Good. She is that good, but I don't think it's time yet. I think Chris Statlander needs to get it for a couple.
I think Chris Statlander needs a little bit longer of a run with the title. And I've enjoyed her work as champion so far. She's had really good opponents. It looks like Megan Bain is going to be the next challenger, which hey,
yes,
no,
I'm good for that.
No, I'm good without that. And God bless Toni Storm for trying to get the best out of Wooden Marie Shafir. God, she's trying, man.
Yeah,
like she's putting in the hard work.
Yeah,
I do enjoy that. Tony is like is a fan of Orange Cassidy. I kind of like them like we're playing off each other.
It's just like you never would have thought it would work, and then they pair together and like, oh, I guess I see it now. Why wouldn't I think of this the whole time? It was like Thea Hale and Joe Hendry. Yeah. Anyway, we'll get to. Hey, you ready to get to that?
Yeah, let's go talk about Joe and what's going on in NXT.
Yeah, the opening ladder match qualifier didn't happen because Jackson Drake and Vanity Project were standing over a fallen Joe Hendry backstage. Drake had a chair as he stood over Joe. Ava, the NXT GM, said that Joe was attacked, so they had to move some stuff around. Dark State defeated OTM to retain the NXT Tag Team Championships thanks to distraction for the Vanity Project. After the match, other NXT tag teams showed up to fight, so it was Hank and Tank, Chase U, and other teams fighting all the way to the back. Sean Spears and Nico Vance went into the ring to attack Dark State. Vance and Spears hit a double team slam on Griffin and stood tall. Jada Parker defeated Nikita Lyons after the match. Blake Monroe was shown seated at home, saying it was an impressive win, but not glamorous. Blake told Parker she'll see her very soon. The Vanity Project approached Ava, who said that Hendry is not cleared. Jackson Drake said they were just trying to make something happen. Ava said she can't technically prove that they attacked Joe. Ava said that Drake can be in the ladder match, and if Hendry does get cleared, then he can be in the ladder match too. Dion Lennox defeated Miles Bourne in an NXT Championship ladder match qualifier. Ethan Page tried to get Miles to cheat to win with his North American title belt, but he refused, and Dion hit him with his finisher to win. Post-match, Ethan told Miles he should have pulled the trigger. Bourne took the title from Page and hit Page in the head with it. Lexis King defeated Tavion Heights. The show sucks. Thea Hale defeated Zarya. That's better. Fatal Influence showed up, but Zarya hit Thea with an F5 and left angry over the loss. Kiana Carver defeated Andre Chase in NXT Championship ladder match qualifier.
Andre Chase.
Yeah, he died that day. Max, the main event segment, the ring was full of the NXT wrestlers in the ladder match next week. Carver, Shiloh Hill, Dion Lennox, Sean Legacy, and Jackson Drake all took turns talking about how they were going to become the new NXT champion next week. Ricky Saints came out with a ladder in his hands. He got on it and cut a promo and about becoming a 2-time NXT champion next week. Carver said there had been enough talking and started a brawl. While the others fought, Ricky took the ladder into the ring and tried to climb up and grab the NXT title, but Joe Hendry came out to stop him and hit a standing ovation on Ricky while still selling the attack from earlier. Counter Carver was back in the ring, hitting a running power slam on Hendry. Carver stood tall in the ring while everybody else was down in the ring on the floor to end the show. So where do you want to start?
Well, now it's a 7-person ladder match because they confirmed at the show that Hendry will be in the match still, along with Jackson Drake of the Vanity Project. So it's a 7-way ladder match to crown the new NXT champion. I was surprised Miles didn't make it, but it feels like they're setting it up for him to take the North American title from Ethan Page.
Yeah,
so I'm okay with it.
Yeah. So I thought a lot of these matches were short.
Yes. And in fact, they even cut out the Joe Hendry Jackson Drake match. It's completely with the whole angle. But I was like, oh, okay. Shocking Thea Hale with the upset win over Zarya, but it's definitely part of the storyline that's leading to the Zarya return, which I think is right around the corner. I think when they lose the Knockouts tag title match to the Elegance brand, I think that's when Zarya's finally going to snap and turn on Soul.
Yeah, probably.
Because look what she did to Thea Hale. Thea was trying to be nice and everything, and she just fucking F5'd her. It's like total disrespect to Thea Hale. But I like that Thea's getting featured. She got a win. It's like that's good stuff. That makes me happy. She deserves a push. Counter Carver definitely impressed. He's definitely. I see why they're high on him and they're putting him in this match. He looked like a wrecking machine, throwing Andre Chase around, and that stomp on the steps, man.
Well, him taking the ring post off and putting his head on it too.
Yeah.
That being said, if you go back and watch that end segment of the ladder stuff, when he hit his finisher on Joe Hendry, he went to pin him.
Yes, he realized on instinct he went to pin him, and then it's like, oh wait a minute. So
I was like, did he just?
He's screened. So it's just a reminder that he's still learning.
That's really what I want to touch on is that talking segment between the participants in the ladder match. You can tell that those guys are still figuring it out on the mic, and then Ricky Saints comes out, and it's a whole different ball game.
Exactly. Some of them were pretty good. Jackson Drake.
Jackson Drake's not bad.
Yeah, he's solid. Also like Sean Legacy.
Sean Legacy, I get what they see in him.
Yeah, he's definitely got potential. All right, I see why they put it. He's really impressed me with
that standing Spanish fly is so clean.
It is so clean. I was not surprised that they put him in the ladder match. Same with Jackson Drake. He's the Evolve Men's Champion. Yeah, he's really talented. they're high on Keanu Carver. And obviously, like I said, I've talked about Chalo Hill coming out of LFG. They're high on him. So it makes sense that they're all involved in the ladder match. And you got the two biggest stars in the men's division that are left with all the call-ups, Ricky and Joe. So it makes sense that both Ricky and Joe were in the ladder match. Yeah, that promo was great from Ricky. It kind of reminded me of an old HP promo, like on the ladder. It had that kind of vibe.
Right.
I was like worried. I was like, oh, don't take Joe out of the match. And then he came out and he laid out Ricky. I was like, okay, he's going to be in the ladder match. Okay.
I am I am the rose that blooms through the concrete that is NXT.
Yeah. It's just good stuff. So we got 7 people in this ladder match. One of them is going to be the new NXT champion. Who do you think it's going to be?
They could be crazy and give it to Sean. I don't think they're going to do that. Is it Sean Legacy, right? What's his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sean Legacy. They could be crazy to do that. It just seems like it's between Joe and Ricky.
Yeah.
I mean, those two are just a step above. The only other person, Dion's been in the mix for a minute. I will say that.
Yeah, I don't see
it though. Shallow, he's not there.
He just got there. No, Keanu just also got there. He's probably just there to get.
Keanu's fine, but he's still, just because of the timing of it, he is Timu Obafemi until he makes himself separate himself.
Yeah,
just the timing of it's like, oh, we lost Obafemi. Yeah. Here comes another, okay.
Yeah, I get it. I think it's. I don't think any of the young blood is going to win it unless they want to really pull a shocker.
Mm-hmm.
I think HBK is either going to go with putting it back on Ricky, making him a 2-time champion, or give it to Joe.
I'm leaning towards Ricky.
Honestly. I have a feeling Ricky's going to win it back.
Yeah, because everyone else in the ring, as far as they can be pseudo heels,
mm-hmm.
and you can also have, because Joe is everywhere. You really don't know. He doesn't have an actual feud with anyone. He just kind of appears.
Yeah,
all pun intended, and just kind of messes with everyone,
mm-hmm.
Which works. But yeah, as far as the men's division, it's Ricky, Joe, and Ethan.
Right.
As far as the top 3 dudes,
mm-hmm.
and the little buddy buddy between Ricky and Ethan is hilarious.
I'm loving that. I'm loving that vibe.
Yeah, but. That's the only thing. It's just you can tell in that segment.
Yeah.
Ricky and Joe were just different.
And I do like the storyline progression between Ethan and Miles Bourne. That's going to be leading to, it's probably going to be leading to a title match, I assume, at Vengeance Day. Unless they're not going to hold Vengeance Day, and then they're just using this show as kind of like a mini PLE kind of show on the road to Stand and Deliver. We'll see. But that match is definitely coming.
Yeah. But you always got to give it to NXT because they're trying to push talent as much as they can, because you only have them for a certain amount of time.
Right. And I like that with all the recent call-ups, we're seeing some new people getting pushed up, especially on the men's side.
Shiloh, Keanu, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
All the guys. Dion Lennox has been there for a minute. Not a long time, but he's been there for a minute. Yeah. But the other guys in that ring, I was I'm still trying to figure you out.
It's don't be having him job to Lexus King. Come on, man.
I was trying to suppress the fact that match happened and the outcome of that match, because it was 2 seconds and Tavion lost.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's fine. You're trying to make Lexus King happen again, but not at the expense of Tavion Heights. What did Tavion Heights do to piss off people? That's what I want to know. Why he's on this losing streak.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's I just hope he isn't getting lost in the shuffle, because he's too good.
No. Miles Bourne isn't. I am not worried about Miles Bourne.
I'm really loving where things are going with the women's division. You still got Sol and Zarya thing going on. The Izzy Tatum feud is not over with. Thea's in the mix trying to get the title back. I do appreciate where she's like, hey, me winning was not a fluke. We know it's a fluke, but I understand why she has to say
So not to kind of jump ahead to the Royal Rumble preview, but someone was just like, "Do you think Thea Hale's going to be in the Royal Rumble and accidentally win it?"
No.
I was like, I see what you did there.
Well, her face is on the poster, so I'm assuming she's going to be in the Rumble.
She might be, but someone's just like, "Oh, she might accidentally win it." I was like, "Okay, I see what you did there."
And the return and renewed push of Jada Parker is a wonderful thing to see.
Mm-hmm.
Really been enjoying the war words between Jada and Blake, so looking forward to when they finally square off in the ring. You know what? That's the best I've seen Nikita Lyons in quite a while. I really enjoyed that match between her and Jada.
Yeah, she's come a long way. She's still got a long way to go, but she's come a long way.
It definitely feels like she's finally kind of resurrecting herself. It's like because
she went through a lot of injuries too.
I remember we were talking about her like back in during 2.0, she looked like she was going to be one of the big stars. They were really high on her. She was heavily featured and pushed, but injuries have really derailed her NXT time. It's and then she got moved over to Evolve, but I'm kind of liking this new character persona. The interaction with Blake, I really enjoyed that. It's and Blake is awesome.
Blake doesn't need to be in NXT, by the way.
Yeah, no, I don't think. I think the fact that they didn't put the title back on her tells me that they already got other ideas for her to do before she goes to the main roster.
She's there to get other talent over. So when she goes to the main, kind of what Jordan Grace's run was kind of the same thing.
Right.
She was there to get other talent over. Now she's on the main roster and being
great. This feud with Jada Parker is about helping get Jada even more over.
Right.
As a babyface.
Yeah. And so people were because we kind of we're like, what are they doing with Jordan Grace? But
and speaking of babyfaces, one of my favorites in NXT in the women's division, Kendall Gray. I am glad that Kendall made it clear that she's I know I can beat JC Jane. I'm not giving up. I was like, yes, go girl. So it's I want her to win the title at Stand and Deliver so bad.
We shall see. Let's see what Ren QCC can do.
I love the Ren QCC, man.
It's not only elevated the fact that of Rendell. That's what we're going to call it. We're going to Rendell. That's that trademark that Rendell.
I like Rendell.
We'll see how because it's Kendall and Ren.
I'm glad she said that because I was wondering if they were going to give up her being in the title picture, but she made clear no, she's no, I know I can beat JC Jane because she got screwed. So I like that. It made me very happy. I was like, you go, Kendall. Because her and Rendell, their chemistry is just awesomeness. So glad that's continuing. Really don't know what's going on with these. I guess they're doing something with the second gen talent in NXT. You got Lexis King, Charlie Dempsey, Ariana Grace. There's definitely leading to something with the second gen, some kind of second gen faction or something. It's
and Ariana Grace's
Santino's daughter.
Charlie
Dempsey is Rita Wiggle's son. Lex King is
what about her boyfriend though? That used to be part of the
Stax. No, it's more. It's Ariana and not Stax. He's not
okay.
They also referenced Uriah Connors. I forget who his dad is, but he's also a wrestler. He's a second gen guy. So it definitely feels like they're leading to something there. Will it work? We'll see.
Legacy 2.0.
Hey, that's not a bad idea, honestly. It's if it'll help them all out, get over. It's we'll see.
Miles Bourne joins him just because he looks like Randy Orton.
Yeah, he's the illegitimate son of Randy.
Illegitimate son of Randy Orton. Yeah.
But no, I'm like that. HBK is reordering things and starting to build new people with the call ups, and there's definitely gonna be more call ups that are going to happen probably in the next couple months. After Stand and Deliver happens, I feel like Sol Rucka and Blake are probably going to get called up pretty soon. I think Zara's going to stay there a little bit longer to help establish her character because it's which I'm okay with. I mean, it's if she allows her to get a title run, that's fine. Same for Jada. Give her a little more time to maturate as well. I'm perfectly fine with that. And they're definitely working on rebuilding the men's division for sure. It's like, and I see a lot of potential, a lot of these guys that we were talking about earlier. So that makes me hopeful because they need to get those guys established before Ricky and Joe go to the main roster within sometime this year.
I don't know if Ricky and Joe are going to go anywhere anytime soon. Wouldn't surprise me if they do, but the way I'm seeing
We'll
it, I
see.
don't know if they will.
Yeah, I mean, Ethan's been there for it's getting close to 2 years almost.
Yeah. So we'll see, but I mean they lost Oba, Trick,
Javon,
Jordan,
and Last Legend.
Yeah. So they're hinting about JC Jane and all of them.
Fatal Influence will probably get called up once she loses the title. Oh, real quick before we get to it, they are revealing the result of Feaster fired. Trey Miguel briefcase gives him a title shot against the International Championship.
He wasn't fired? What?
Nope, he is not fired.
Oh my god. So, all right. Well, are you ready to talk about?
Edwards of the System is getting a TNA Championship title shot with his briefcase. Oh, so he's going right after Santana.
Interesting.
Well, it means either Macklin or Eric Young is about to be fired.
Eric Young?
I think it's going to be Eric because I don't see them firing Macklin unless he's going to be with his wife Deanna over in AEW.
Eric Young does a lot of behind the scenes stuff. He's old, man.
Yeah. No, Macklin got fired.
Yeah.
Wow, Steve Macklin.
All right.
Eric Young gets an X Division title shot. Wow, Macklin has been fired.
That's interesting.
That's an interesting choice.
Yeah.
I hope it's not like legit fired. It's just a storyline. So
it's always storyline with that. Oh, maybe he might go to AEW or ROH to be with Deanna.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So
let's talk about it.
Miguel is still employed.
Yeah. Oh, whoo!
I thought he would get an X Division title shot, but so he's going to be going after Stax, who has the international title.
Good. So Trey Miguel goes.
Hey, if he wins that back, he'll be back in TNA.
Yeah. I like how Trey Miguel was never signed to NXT. Was on NXT for a hot minute.
Eric Young versus Leon Slater. That's going to be an interesting styles clash.
Yeah. Let's see what they can do with that.
Hey, Leon Slater is awesome, so it's like I think you can get a great match out of here. Yeah, it's like
it should work. And it ain't gonna be Leon and Javon or Leon and Carmelo.
Sure. So yeah, no, a solid NXT. They're building toward the big show next week, which is you got the 7-way ladder match to crown new NXT champion. We've got a triple threat for the women's North American title. Izzy's got to defend against both Lola Vice and Thea. So, and there'll be some other matches on the show. So it's going to be a big show next week.
Yeah, it is. But it's also going to be a big show. Not just Paul White.
Royal Rumble.
The Royal Rumble. We've got that coming up on Saturday at 2:00 in the afternoon because it's in Saudi Arabia where they built the whole gosh dang thing from the ground up.
Despite the fact that it's in Riyadh, which no one's thrilled about, I'm still excited for this Rumble because it's the Rumble, and there's a lot of intriguing possibilities here. I definitely see multiple options. Like I can't single down like I absolutely 100% certain this person's going to win the Rumble kind of situation. So we'll run down the card real quick. First, let's go over who we know is officially in each of the Rumble matches that are officially declared as of today.
You're going to take a deep breath and go through the whole names in one breath? Don't do that.
So there's 17 confirmed for both the men and the women so far out of the 30. So for the men's, as of now, the ones we know are 100% are in the Rumble are Cody Rhodes, Gunther, Jey Uso, Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee, Penta, Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, All Division, Braun Breaker, Logan Paul, Bronson Reed, Austin Theory, Javon Evans, Randy Orton. Obafemi was announced as being in it on Raw. We don't know which brand he's still on, but this is going to be his main roster date. Officially, he's going to be on the main roster as of the Rumble. And on the Pat McAfee show today, Brock Lesnar called in to let Pat McAfee know that he's also going to be in the Rumble. So Brock is in the Rumble once again. So that leaves 13 unknown slots left to be filled.
They trademarked Judas, by the way. If anyone didn't know that.
That was debunked, dude.
Okay, thank you.
That was bullshit.
Okay.
That was debunked very quickly.
His picture's still on AEW's website.
Exactly. He's still, unlike Powerhouse Hobbs, he's still listed on AEW's roster page. So
Right.
he has not officially left AEW.
Okay.
But if he disappears from the roster page, like on Saturday morning, so let's start. I'll go over the men's and then we'll go to the women. So for the women, the women's Rumble is already freaking loaded, and we still got 13 spots left that we don't know.
So is the men's.
Yeah. No, the men is already pretty stacked as is. So for the women, from Raw, we've got Rhea, Io, the Judgment Day trio of Roxanne, Liv, and Raquel, Bayley and Lyra Valkyria, and Asuka. I also assume Kairi's Sane, even though they haven't made it official, because she's vowed to make sure that Asuka is going to win the Rumble, which is not going to happen, and that's going to mean bad things for poor Kairi. Maxine Dupree and Becky Lynch are going to be in it as well. And then from SmackDown, we got Chelsea Green, Jordan Grace, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Nia, Lash Legend, and my girl Julia. So those are the women who are officially in the Rumble match. So, do you want to go over the other two matches, or do you want to like speculate on who we're going to be seeing pop up in the Rumble matches?
Well, as far as the other two matches, unfortunately, I think Gunther's going to beat AJ and Drew's going to retain. Like,
I think it's pretty. Yeah, I mean, Drew beating Sammy is a no-brainer. Drew just won the title. It's going to be a really heat match because Sammy is so over and popular in Saudi Arabia, because of his Muslim heritage, and also his Middle Eastern heritage. So that's going to be a hell of a match. But Drew's going to retain. I won't be surprised if he has to cheat to win in order to beat Sammy. Gunther AJ round 2 is going to be a banger. And I think we all have to accept, even though my heart doesn't want AJ to retire at the Rumble before Mania, my head is telling me with everything that's been happening, especially doing the stuff with Nakamura and then Punk, it's telling me that he's going to lose and he's going to retire. And it's like, it's going to make me sad.
Yeah.
But both of those matches, I think, are going to be excellent. These two non-Rumble matches are both have potential to be real bangers. So, looking forward to that. So, to the Rumble matches.
Mm-hmm.
Let me start with the women, because now we're definitely going to see some surprising returns. Nikki Bella is definitely over there, so I think we're going to see Nikki show up. Tiffy's definitely going to be returning. Now, the big question is, are we going to see the EST Bianca Belair come back or not?
I think so.
I hope so, because SmackDown definitely needs her as well. So that leaves a lot of other spots. I definitely feel like some of those slots are going to be filled with people from NXT.
Thea Hale.
I think I would not be surprised if we saw both Blake and Jada.
Yeah, I think Blake and Jada, at least Blake. I know Blake's probably going to be in the Royal Rumble. I don't know why you wouldn't have Blake in the Royal Rumble.
Oh, Blake is definitely going to be in the Rumble. The fact that she wasn't there in person that night at NXT kind of gave me a hint that she might be in the Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I can see them, because Jada was in the Rumble last year. I can see her being again, especially give her and Blake like some interaction to help further their feud on NXT.
Right. Kendall Gray.
Kendall Gray would be nice. Maybe even Fatal Influence. JC Jane, maybe at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Ruckus is definitely a high possibility as well.
I think Soroka is going to be in it. I don't think it's a high possibility. I think it's just going to be in it.
So I think a lot of those empty slots are going to be filled by NXT ladies. Then we got NXT ladies, Nikki, Tiffy, hopefully Bianca. Do you think there's any other surprises we may get as far as like women entrants?
You might have Trish, because they always just throw Trish in there sometimes. You might have Trish.
Yeah, but
I don't think so.
They just had Trish do it last year, so I don't know.
I don't know. I like you're gonna have Lita this year. Like I don't like they always like to dip in the well of like one female that's been from the Attitude Era.
We know Michin's not going to be there. She's still injured. So is BFAB. In fact, Michin is going to be hosting a Rumble watch along down in Orlando with.
We got competition. I see how it is.
Yeah.
No, I don't know exactly who else is going to probably show up. I do know though, as far as who I think is going, who I'm between, is she hasn't announced. We don't know if she's going to be back, but to me it's between Bianca and Liv.
Same, me too. They're the only two people that make sense winning.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say this: if Bianca returns, it's most likely probably going to be Bianca.
Right.
But Liv could still win.
Liv's been the bridesmaid how many times?
Right.
Twice.
She's made Final Four a few times.
Yeah.
She's made like Final Four like 2 or 3 times previously in the Rumble.
And she was number 2. She was
the last one. She made it almost all the way to the end last year from number 2. Right. So she's gone marathon level in the Rumble previously. So if Bianca does not return, Liv is definitely, I would think, the odds-on favorite to win.
Yeah.
If Bianca's back, it's very likely it would go to Bianca. Because either way, I see both Bianca and Liv as the 2 big challengers for Jade and Stephanie for Mania.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like they've been holding off on. It's like the Jade and Bianca stuff is unfinished, so they got to get that whole storyline settled completely when she comes back. So having them face off at Mania makes sense, and they've hinted at Liv going after Stephanie. So like one of them is definitely, I think, the odds-on favorite to win the Rumble. It could be either one of them, and whichever one doesn't win will probably win the Chamber.
I'm just leaning more towards Liv, just because they put her so close every time.
Yes,
and
I could see that. Plus, she hasn't won. Bianca's won it before,
right?
But she could join Charlotte as a 2-time winner if she wins it again.
She could. So. The dark horse because they announced Io, right? Io's in it, right?
Yeah, Io's in it.
That's the only she'll be a Final Four. I think Io's going to be a Final Four.
Io and Rhea, I can see definitely making Final 6 or even Final 4.
Yeah, Io is how much Triple H likes Io, so and everyone likes Io. So Io's definitely going to be a Final Four and going to be there at the end.
I think Roxanne's definitely going to be the presence again because her and Liv and Raquel are going to be trying to do whatever they can to try to make sure one of them wins the Rumble. From
Roxanne will not be the Iron Woman this year as much as it.
No, she's not going to be breaking her record. She already. Hopefully that record will stand for a while because like that run she had last year from number 3 to
like an hour and 3 minutes or something. Like that?
She lasted over an hour. She's the current record holder for longest time in women's Rumble match. So
yeah. But yeah, that's I'm just leaning just because everything just makes sense for either Bianca, and if Bianca returns, I think it's Bianca. Yeah. But it's either Bianca or Liv.
Yeah, for sure. So over on the men's side, so definitely got a lot of openings for surprises. I see LA Knight returning for sure. Maybe they might throw in Joe Hendry like last year.
They'll throw in Joe Hendry. They might throw in Ricky too.
They might. Not seeing too many NXT people because some of the best ones already been called up on the main roster are already in it.
Ethan might be in it.
That would be kind of cool if he was thrown in. So the big surprise is everyone's talking about: are we going to see Jericho or are we going to see Powerhouse Hobbs? I think right now, I think it's very likely we'll see Hobbs. I saw some people being like, Well, no, don't have Hobbs debut in the Rumble because Oba's in it. He'll get overshadowed. That doesn't matter.
Guys, it's the Rumble.
It's a Rumble. And plus, they could have Hobbs spend time in the Rumble either before or after Oba so that they don't even interact.
Right. Oba's going to be Final Four. That's my prediction because they've been hyping up Oba and much less of what I think they should do. Oba, I think Oba should be a Final Four just to really.
I don't know if he's going to make it to Final. I could see them maybe doing that, but it's like the big question is obviously they're going to have Oba have a run. He's probably going to be taught. He'll probably have the big like clearing the ring spot.
Yeah.
But the question is who will take him out of the Rumble because he's not going to win it.
Brock Lesnar.
I can see that, or he takes Brock out and then Brock takes.
That's what I'm saying.
Out.
It's one or the other. Like him and Brock is what I've said that before. I'm like, as much
that's
as
going to happen.
That's the Brock Oba. Oh my god.
That the fans are going to lose their shit. With the Brock Oba
yeah, Brock Oba or even Jacob and Oba.
Oh yeah, or even Oba with Braun. It's like just Oba interacting.
Oba versus everyone. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, really. So yeah, we're gonna be excited whenever Oba is gonna show up in the Rumble because he's gonna wreck shop. So yeah, I think Hobbs is very likely. I'm listing Jericho as maybe.
Yeah.
If he doesn't show up, I will not be disappointed or not surprised. If he does show up, I'll be like, okay, yeah. But if he doesn't show up, it's like I don't think that's going to be a detriment. Now we know Seth's not going to be there because he's not medically cleared. Is there any other ones you think that would be surprise returns or pop-ups in this that we haven't?
No, I don't know anybody that's jumped ship recently. They might.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't debut Evil.
Well, I'm sure the Miz will probably be there, even though he hasn't been declared. Maybe Johnny.
Yeah, I mean, just the surprises aren't going to be like the big surprises.
Mello hasn't been declared. I think we'll see Mello there.
There's I show speed, just because of what he did last year and the fact that he was training with Randy.
I like to see Ilya. I think hopefully Ilya will be in there.
Yeah, to see him square off against Gunther for a little bit.
Yeah,
right. Like I just want to see that. But I think just kind of going back to it, I think I show speed will probably be in it again, just because he was training with Randy. He did the spot last year that we still will talk about to the end of time with Braun Breaker. So
we
got motored. So I can see him going back into it and like eliminating Logan Paul just to kind of do like the whole like I'm a YouTube guy, you're a streamer guy. Like they can do that. So I can see I show speed showing up.
Mm-hmm. So who are you feeling are the most likely winners on the men's side?
It's probably gonna be a SmackDown guy. So Roman. Well, not really Roman. Roman's on Raw. But I don't think
Roman's still like a free agent. He's still not tied to a specific show.
Obviously Cody, Jacob, those two.
They're going to cancel each other out.
I think they will. I think they'll eliminate each other, kind of like the CAC. Remember when Mick Foley like just came when him and Randy were feuding, and he just eliminated himself and Randy at the same time. I think they're going to kind of do that thing.
I think
Braun is
going to make Final Four. I guarantee you, Braun will be in Final Four. I don't know if he's going to win, but he's going to be in the mix in the Final Four for sure.
Why is it in Saudi? Money. Guys, they're going to pay The Rock a lot of money.
They shelled out so much money for this and for WrestleMania. It's like it's not even. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So that's why.
Anyway, I know a lot of people are picking Roman. I can see that happening, but I don't want it because he doesn't need to win the Rumble if you want to give him time match. To win the fucking Chamber, he's fucking Roman Reigns.
Well, yeah, but the thing is,
I put someone else over. You know, it's like someone new.
Yeah, Braun. It's going to be
like either Braun last year,
right? Either Braun's going to win the Rumble or Braun's going to win Elimination Chamber. It's one of the two.
Yes, exactly. Like we were saying with like Liv and Bianca. If he doesn't win Rumble, he's definitely winning the Chamber.
Yeah.
But he's definitely going to be in the mix, and he's going to make it to the end. We'll see if he wins. He's definitely still an option. If it's not Braun or Roman, is there anyone else you think could be likely that could win it? I know some people are hoping LA Knight, but that's like a pipe dream.
I think he's going to, like we talked about before, I think he's going to be Money in the Bank. I think that's a perfect spot for LA Knight.
I think what LA Knight is going to be is that he's going to be instrumental in making sure that no one from the division probably wins this.
Yeah. I mean, Jey Uso was a surprise last year, but he was really hot last year. Like, you got to call what it was. It was a surprise for sure.
I would like to see Braun win it over Roman, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it's because the winning Elimination Chamber, it's always like, all right, we got to get you into that spot.
Yeah.
But the thing is Roman is, I know he's back and forth, but Roman technically is on Raw. Like, if you really break it down to it, Roman is on Raw.
Plus, if Roman wins, he's more likely going to challenge Punk over Drew.
Right. So,
even though him and Drew have plenty of history, I think it's more likely he would go after Punk.
Yeah. It's really like, when you look at it, it's like, shit, they're going to do like either Braun Breaker or Roman. But once the match starts going, then my head will start turning of how they can actually pull it off.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's between Braun and Roman. I mean, yeah, it's between Braun and Roman to me, which I think we're with Oba.
I don't see them pushing him that hard that fast by having to win the Rumble.
No. I'm saying he thinks Fatu's going to throw out Brock or Oba. So he was saying like Oba.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No,
that's
they're
definitely
not
a possibility. It definitely whoever takes Brock out is who is going to get Brock at WrestleMania. I think.
And people want Gunther, so Gunther probably they're putting Gunther's working AJ match and he's working the Rumble. He's working the Rumble for a reason.
Yeah, he's doing
Brock
double
actually have to be there. It's going along the storyline. He is going to eliminate Brock.
That's why I think the match order is going to be. It's going to start with the Women's Rumble like it usually does. Then we're going to get AJ Gunther, so that Gunther has plenty of time to rest before they do Men's Rumble. Then you're going to have Drew, Sammy, and then Men's Rumble match close.
Yeah. Oh, Chad Gable, he'll come back.
Oh yeah, Chad. Hopefully, Chad will be back as well from injury.
Yeah, because I was thinking like every all Americano, and they're gonna be
El Grande, the El Grande and those guys may be in it as well.
Yeah. Mr. Iguana.
Oh yeah, you know what? I completely forgot. We could totally see a Mr. Iguana appearance.
Yeah,
I could see him definitely being like the Joe Hendry kind of like. Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, I can see that from some AAA people.
Yeah,
is Dom still out, right?
Oh, he might come back in the Rumble too if he's cleared. So he's definitely also a possibility of showing up.
Javon's taking over the Kofi spots.
Yeah. Javon will probably do some like crazy elimination avoidances before he gets eliminated.
Oh, I just remembered Leon Slater. They might not. They might. I don't know.
They might. That's definitely a possibility. So.
It'd be really cool if they brought back Santana in.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, Hendry came in as the TNA champion last year.
Vikingo. Yeah, you good call. Vikingo. Because he's officially on a WWE contract.
He is, so that's definitely a possibility. That's a bad idea, Giff. Because he's still trying to get his hands on Dominic and the AAA championship, so that's definitely a possibility.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But I don't see. Yeah, it's down to either Braun or Roman. I think are the two most likely winners at this point.
Yeah. Like I said, I think Oba. They're putting a lot.
Oba's going to be made to look like a Wrecking Machine star.
I don't know about Moose. That'd be cool though. I'm a little. Matt Cardona, has he said it? Have they?
No, but I could see Cardona being there.
Yeah.
He just got back.
Yeah. So only time will tell. But as far as who's going to win it, I'm kind of with you. I think it's between Roman and
we will be doing a live watch along like we have before. Just gonna be different doing it in the afternoon.
Yeah, gonna be different doing it in the afternoon. Yeah, we've done watch alongs before. We did Bad Blood. We've done other watch alongs, but the one thing we've always stayed true to is the Royal Rumble because it is just Patterson.
Exciting. It's like you're wondering like who's gonna come out next.
The feuds that generate from it, the
storylines and feuds that generate off the Rumble that will be fuel for WrestleMania. It is like they say the start of the road to WrestleMania. So, so between both Rumble matches and the 2 singles matches. This could be, even though it's annoying that's in Saudi Arabia, this definitely has the potential to be a really good Rumble this year.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Well, Giff, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for Brennan, Caden.
So we will be going live just before 2 p.m. Eastern time when the Rumble starts.
Yep. So we one Central Time. Hopefully, with the cold and everything, my power stays. Cross my fingers that it stays. Knock on wood, all that fun stuff. It stays on, so we can go live. And I think Tushka might have some new branding for us. If we don't, it don't matter. Us two faces will still be here talking and going over it. So other stuff we've got going on, obviously. We have the Rep Sports Wrap It Up coming next Wednesday. We're going to go over the Watchmen on next Friday with our Rev Book Club. So even if you haven't been a while since you've read it, but you still want to talk about the Watchmen, please join us. We always like our Discord members over there, especially with the. I feel like everyone on our Discord has read the Watchmen. If you haven't, you've seen the Watchmen, so you can talk about it. So there you go. Obviously, there's some different. They took some different liberties with the movie and the book, but the graphic novel, I mean. And then obviously you'll have Justin and I coming back next Thursday to break down the results and kicking off officially. We are in Mania season starting Saturday. So that'll be fun there. And Justin, we got to stretch out. We got to get mentally prepared for the grind that is the reacting to the Rumble, which is a great time, but it also is exhausting. That one time I did it by myself. Whoo! I understand why you can take a lot out of you because you're trying to keep it going the whole time and not just sit there and watch it. So we'll be there doing that. I hope to see you all there. Like, subscribe, ring the doorbell. Join us on Saturday for that live reaction of the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia. And we will see you all next time, you lovely people. Bye. Ooh.